everyone, welcome to our core stability session today. We're going to have some Jonas Brothers playing in the background today. So we're going to start on the ground, on our back, feet flat to the floor and head rested. Take your hands by your sides, palms face down, fingertips reach forward at hip height, and then curl up, chin to chest, shoulder blades hover, and pump your arms into hundreds. Arms pump up and down just a few inches above the hips, below the hips. Breathing as you go. This is waking up those upper abs with those shoulder blades lifted. If you'd like to add in lower abs, you can lift your feet off the ground, shins parallel to the ceiling, knees bent stacked over hips. Or for some extra spice, you can extend those legs out long to the diagonal away from the body. Keep your low back glued to the ground if you take either of those options. And in 3, 2, 1, go ahead and rest your head, and we're going to take it to our sit-ups, crunches, or roll-ups. So crunches to start, hands behind head, elbows wide, feet are flat to the floor. You'll curl up, shoulder blades hover, and release. Next option is hands to the ceiling. Roll all the way up for a sit-up so that your shoulders stack fully over the hips. Arms reach forward at the top, arms reach to the ceiling at the bottom, or a roll-up. Our legs out straight, extended, and you again roll up, shoulders stacked over hips. Arms are just along for the ride. Arms aren't swinging, they're just staying in front of the line of the shoulders. So when the shoulders face up, the arms face up. When the shoulders face forward, the arms face forward. And in 3, 2, 1, go ahead, rest back down, head rested, feet flat to the floor, knees to the ceiling. We're going to take it to our single leg circles. Take your right leg, point it straight to the ceiling, toe pointed, and we're going to take it to circling across the body first, so counterclockwise. So right leg goes left, down, right, and up through center. The size of your circle and the height of your circle are going to depend on your stability. You want to keep the upper body still as can be. If it starts to wiggle, make the movement smaller, make it higher towards the ceiling. And if the low back starts to peel off the ground, again, make it smaller, make it higher. Reverse directions, going clockwise this time. Right, down, left, and up through center. We're working on stretching those leg muscles. We're working on hip mobility and softly engaging the core to keep the upper body still. In 3, 2, 1, send that right foot back down to the ground. We're going to switch sides. So left leg is going to go straight to the ceiling. Point your left toes and draw circles just across the body. So this time we start with clockwise. Left leg goes to the right, down, left, and up through center. You can push your palms down into the ground outside your hips to give you extra stability to help keep stillness through the upper body. And reverse directions. Keep breathing. And in 3, 2, 1, bend that left knee in, send it flat to the floor. We're going to take it to our single leg stretch. Go ahead, curl up, chin to chest, and I want you to hug your right knee to your chest. Wrap your hands around your shins. Option to extend the left leg long to hover or keep it planted, and then you're going to switch. So left leg comes in, right leg goes long and plants. Switch, switch. Keep the shoulder blades hovering the entire time. Neck nice and long, a nice extension of the spine here. Chin slightly tucked to the chest, almost like you're trying to hug an orange to your chest, tucking it in with your chin. You've got it. Try to keep the upper body as still as possible as we move through the lower body. Stabilization here. In 3, 2, 1, hug both knees into your chest so you're in a nice tight ball. And from here, you can rest your head for a brief moment to give those upper abs a break, and we're going to go into double leg stretch. So when you're ready, those shoulder blades come back to hover, hugging into your tight ball. Head is lifted. Arms and legs extend out long away from the body, and then they circle back in. So legs reach away from the body, arms circle out to the sides behind the head, and then you hug everything back in. Keep going. Keep the low back glued to the ground. Keep the torso still. This is one of the hardest moves we do in this class. 3, 2, 1, rest your head. Feet are going to go back flat to the floor, and we're going to take it to single straight leg stretch next. So you're going to send your right leg straight to the ceiling. Hover those shoulder blades. Hands are going to reach up as high on that right foot or right leg as you can closest to the foot. Option to hover the left leg or keep it planted. And then you switch. Left leg goes up to the ceiling, hands reach to the left leg as right leg hovers. Switch and switch. Now, again, you're still through the upper body, so the shoulder blades stay hovering, and you're still as a statue through the upper body as the legs switch. One goes up, one goes down. Kind of scissor switching those legs, keeping the arms up the entire time. And 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, bend your knees, rest your head, and we're going to take it to double straight leg stretch next, which is going to include keeping your head rested, pushing your palms down into the ground outside the hips, send your legs straight to the ceiling, squeeze your legs together, point your toes. You're going to lower your legs down away from the torso for 3 counts and then lift them back up for 1. So lower, 2, 3, lift for 1. Push your palms down into the ground outside the hips for extra stability, extra points of contact. Again, you want to be still and frozen through the upper body. Torso is like a cinder block sitting on the ground there as your legs lower and lift. And 3, 2, 1. Bend those knees, send your feet flat to the floor. We're going to take it to bicycle or crisscross crunches. So take your hands behind your head, nice and soft, elbows wide, and you're going to crunch towards your left knee as your left knee pulls into your chest, and then reset, crunch to your right knee as your right knee pulls to your chest, reset, and then you'll continue. You have the option to extend the leg long to hover after it comes into the chest. So left knee comes into chest, extends long to hover, switch to the right, switch, extends long to hover. Trying to keep the shoulder blades lifted the entire time. When you're twisting to the left shoulder blade might want to dig into the ground. Make the twist a little bit smaller. Try to lift a little bit higher through the upper abs. And 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job, everybody. We did it. Go ahead and get a drink of water. We're going to go into our standing balance next. I have to re-put my hair up into a ponytail. And we are going to start standing, both feet on the ground, and we're going to start with our calf raises. Feet hip width apart, heels lift, heels lower. Hands can be on your hips. They can be by your side. They can be holding onto something for balance, whatever's going to help you. Just getting centered here for a minute. You've got it. All right, from here, you're going to take your feet wider than shoulder width apart, and you're going to take it to a slow squat. I want you to think, how slow can you go? So hands can be on your hips, they can be in a prayer, and you're going to sink your hips back and down, and then stand nice and tall. Think flat back as you hinge. Because the hips push back, the chest will come forward slightly. Knees stay tracked over the feet. When we do it slow, we increase our time under tension. We feel that burn. This is getting our legs warmed up for the balance we're about to do. Stabilize our muscles fired up. All right, now you're gonna add on a high knee. So you're gonna squat, stand up, right knee comes to a high knee, reset, repeat. If you want to flow it out, you can squat, stand up, high knee, squat, stand up, high knee, or you can take it and keep it separate like I first described. Squat, reset, high knee, reset. Just the right knee, doing the high knee, doing the movement here right now. You've got it. Taking it at whatever pace is going to work for you. Now, option 2, add a twist wherever you're at. Twist towards the right knee. So squat, lift, right knee comes up. Hands can be in a prayer or on your hips. You're going to twist your torso to the right, reset, repeat. So take it at whatever pace you're going. So if you squat, lift, knee, twist, squat, lift, knee, twist, that's great. If you squat, stand, high knee, twist, reset, repeat, do whatever you need to do. I find it easier to go faster because then my leg isn't lifted for as long of a period of time, and I find more success there. But don't just go where you're successful, go where you're challenged. In 3, 2, 1. Hold your squat and just pulse here. Hips up, hips down. Just a couple inches. Hips up and down, kind of like a bouncing motion. Staying in your squat, just lifting a couple inches higher, sinking a couple inches lower. Woo! Burning out the lower body. And in 3, 2, 1. Keep your feet where they are. Straighten your legs, forward fold. Reach your hands towards the ground. You can have a soft bend in your knees, or you can have a completely straight leg. Find what's going to feel better for you. Maybe you soft bend your knees and then straighten them and keep moving them through that little flow there. Whatever's going to feel best for you. And when you're ready, slowly stand up one vertebrae at a time. We are going to reset. Feet hip width apart, toes forward, standing tall. Calf raises, heels lifting lower. Hands can be on your hips. They can be by your sides. They can be a prayer. They can hold on to something for balance. Really, whatever's going to work for you works for me. No assigned upper body. Just heels lifting and lower. Keeping the belly button pulled into the spine. Ankle mobility and balance here. Getting back grounded. We're about to repeat that set. When you're ready, take your feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Toes forward. You're going to slow squat it out. Slow squat down. Slow stand up. So you're going to reach fatigue earlier here because we have already done this and we've built on it. So give yourself grace here as we slow squat down, slow stand up. As we squat, remember our hips push back and then they sink down. And then as we stand, we squeeze our glutes to help us rise. We keep our knees tracked over our ankles. So the knees might want to bow in or out. Try to keep them directly over the line of those ankles. And try to prevent them from moving too far forward past the line of the toes. That's going to protect our knees. And in 3, 2, 1, we're going to add that left high knee. So squat, stand up, left high knee, reset, squat, or squat, stand up, high knee. Squat, stand up, high knee. Left knee on the move. Again, hands can be wherever helps you. They can be by your sides in prayer, on your hips, holding on to something, whatever's going to work. Works for you.
Carrie, you just answered my question. I was just getting ready to ask what to do with my hands. Thank you.
I'm a mind reader today.
Yeah.
Nice job, everybody. It is that time. Option to add your twist. Squat, stand, high knee, twist, reset, or squat, high knee, twist. Squat, high knee, twist. I find it easier to do it faster. I find I wiggle wobble when I go slower. Find the pace that's going to challenge you so that you don't have success 100% of the time. We grow when we're challenged. Find what that's going to be for you. Woo. And in 3, 2, 1, we squat, pulse. Keep your squat, pulse, pulse. So stay in your squat. Your hips lift up an inch, down an inch, repeat, repeat. You got it. Keep that strong open, collarbone, shoulder blades gently pulled together, nose forward. 3, 2, 1, forward fold. Keep your feet where they are. Reach your hands down towards the ground. You can straighten your legs or you can have a soft bend in your knees. Breathing. My fan is getting cranked up to 11 right here. Okay. Keep breathing. And when you're ready, slowly roll back up. One vertebrae at a time. Nice job, everybody. Talk about some balance, agility, cardio combo. I'm going to get a drink of water and we'll meet on the floor on our backs for corkscrew. I do have to say this plan today is a little spicy, so give yourself grace. We're going to start on our backs. Rest your head and take your hands, place them down onto the ground outside your hips, palms face down. Send your legs straight to the ceiling. Legs as straight as you can. Toes pointed. We draw circles with our legs. Draw a circle to the right. When you come through center, draw it to the left. We're just alternating here. Right, left, or clockwise, counterclockwise. Now, I talked about your torso as still as a cinder block here. Think about your torso being super still, pressing through your palms, back glued to the ground. Every movement here is coming from the low body. You've got it. And in 3, 2, 1, rest. Take those feet flat to the floor, knees to the ceiling. Your head is going to stay rested. We transition to dead bugs. Hands up to the ceiling, feet lifted off the ceiling. So your knees are bent, shins parallel to the ceiling, knees stacked over your hips. Now we're going to push our low backs into the ground. Opposite arm, opposite leg, reach away from the body. So left leg extends long as right arm reaches back. Come back through center, switch sides. Left arm reaches back, right leg extends. Move at your pace. Again, that torso, cinder block on the ground. It's the arms and legs doing the movement. Breathe as you go. You choose your range of motion, okay? So if extending your leg long all the way to hover off the ground doesn't work for you, just make it smaller. Maybe leave a soft bend in the knees. Play with it. Find what's going to challenge you. Job. 3, 2, 1. Come back through center. Now you can take your hands and place them outside your hips, palms face down, pushing them down into the ground. Keep your legs in that upside down tabletop. So knees stacked over the hips, shins to the ceiling. Challenge here, I want when your knees are bent in this position, this is our home base, I want the knee to be stacked over the hip. Our knees have a tendency to want to come towards our chest. That's going to pull work out of the low abs, so keep them over the knees. Now, I want you to extend your right leg to the ceiling as you let your left leg go along to hover, and then you bring it back to that home base, knees stacked over the hips. Left leg extends to the ceiling, right leg hovers, knees stacked over the hips. I don't know if we've done this one before. So one leg up, one leg hovers, and you come back to your home base, knees over the hips. Trying to reach that leg to the ceiling as much as you can. Big stretch through the back of the leg. Big low ab work here, big oblique work. Again, upper body is like a cinder block on the ground. You've got it. 3, 2, 1. Both feet are going to go flat to the floor. We're going to take it to glute bridges. It's going to give us some relief through the low abs, and it's also going to stretch our hip flexors while we get active engagement through the back side of the body. Feet hip width apart, toes forward, knees to the ceiling. Press your palms down into the ground outside your hips. Your head stays down, and your shoulders stay down for this entire movement. Squeeze your glutes to lift your hips towards the ceiling, and then lower those hips back down to the ground. Squeeze the glutes to lift, slowly lower back down. As you do this, think about squeezing through the glutes, the hamstrings, lifting the tailbone first off the ground. Every other vertebrae follows one by one. So low back and then up to mid back, and then lower them back down in the opposite direction they came up. So tailbone is the last to lower, last to touch. Maybe you hold for a second at the top before you lower. When you're in that top position, I want you to think about having a straight line from knees to hips to ribs, and then slowly back down. So you have a nice little straight line, diagonal, from knees to ribs in that up position. Really squeezing through the back side of the body. Feel that stretch through the hip flexors at the top. Keep breathing. And when you're ready, send those hips back down to the ground and keep them there. We're going to do a little Ferris wheel with our legs. So keep your left foot planted flat on the floor, left knee to the ceiling. I want you to pull your right knee to your chest, extend your right leg straight to the ceiling, lower it to hover, repeat. Right knee to chest, extend to ceiling, lower to hover, repeat. Just the right leg to start. Knee to chest, leg to ceiling, lower. So when you extend your leg to the ceiling, you're trying to get it as straight as possible, and then maintain that length as you lower it down towards the ground. You've got it. 3, 2, 1. Send that right foot flat to the floor. We're going to switch. Left knee comes into chest, left leg straight to the ceiling, left leg hovers. Try to keep a nice strong point of the toe here. You've got it. Breathing as you go. And in 3, 2, 1, send that left foot back flat down to the ground. Let's take the upper abs and bring them back into the picture. So keep your feet flat on the floor, knees to the ceiling. I want you to curl up, chin to chest, so shoulder blades hover. I want your left hand to go behind your head, elbow wide, just to support the neck, not to push or pull. And then the right arm is going to reach long towards the outside of the left knee. And then you're gonna crunch, release, crunch, release. So this right arm reaching across the body is gonna give us a slight twist to the left. The right arm doesn't necessarily touch the thigh or the knee. I have a long torso, so if you have a shorter torso, maybe yours does. And you crunch, release. So we're activating through the obliques because our chest is slightly twisted. We're off center, we're asymmetrical. And upper abs, of course, because those shoulder blades are lifted. So if that left shoulder blade tries to dig into the ground as you crunch and lift, untwist a little bit from the torso, unwind your, like if you're wringing out a cloth, unwind a little bit. In 3, 2, 1, rest your head. We're gonna switch sides. So right hand's gonna go behind your head, elbow wide. The left arm's gonna reach across towards the outside of the right knee. Crunch, release, crunch, release. So when you're crunching, the shoulder blades just hover, and then you'll reset. So a nice little reach with that left hand towards the outside of the right knee. Try to keep that right shoulder blade lifted, wringing out through the abs. So obliques, upper abs, once again. That hand behind the head, the right hand is just there for support. It's not pushing, it's not pulling. Just taking a little bit of weight off the head for you. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. We're gonna come to a seated position. Keep your feet flat on the floor, knees to the ceiling. And when you're in your seated position, those shoulders are stacked over your hips. I want you to reach your arms forward. From here, reaching forward, I want you to hinge back slightly so the shoulders draw back so you feel the ab wall catch to help you keep balanced. Now, with your arms reached forward at shoulder height, palms face each other, fingertips reach forward, I want you to take a slight twist. You're gonna open your left arm to a T, right arm stays where it is, and then reset. Keep on the left side. So left arm opens to a T, reset, repeat. So as your left arm opens to a T, that left arm is staying at shoulder height. It's just opening outside the shoulder instead of in front of the shoulder. And we're twisting slightly through the core to make that happen. Our hips stay still and facing forward the entire time. And in 3, 2, 1, we're gonna switch sides. Left arm forward, right arm opens to a T, comes forward, opens to a T, comes forward. Lots of oblique work here. You've got it. Can you sink your shoulders back a little bit more? Feel that ab wall catch. Keep your hips still. Once again, keep that work in the obliques. And then reset. And in 3, 2, 1, both arms forward. Now we're gonna twist left and right, keeping our arms in front of our shoulders. So we're gonna keep our arms in front of our shoulders here. We're gonna twist our torso to the left. So our arms follow, and then come back through center. Twist to the right, come back through center. Again, keep those shoulders back behind the line of the hips. Keep the abs catching as you twist left, twist right, twist left, twist right. You've got it. Breathing, think exhale, twist, inhale, reset. Get your breath centered here. If your hips start to twist, come back through center, reset, and get back into it. Now, 3, 2, 1, arms straight in front of you. I want you to hold here. This is gonna be boat pose, okay? So hinge back with the shoulders a little bit more if you can. Now you have the option to lift your feet off the ground. Keeping that bend in your knees so that your shins face the ceiling, toes forward. You can always tap your feet back down to the ground for more support. Now you're adding another option. Keeping your boat pose or wherever you're at, arms lift, lower, arms lift, lower, arms go overhead, arms come back to shoulder height in front of you. Adding more instability through the ab wall. Fight for it. Exhale, lift, inhale, reset. And in 3, 2, 1, set your legs down, reach your arms down, sit up tall, shoulders stacked over hips, get a little bit of relief here. Squeeze your legs together, long in front of you, toes to the ceiling. Take your arms into your T shape. We're gonna take it to a spinal twist. So entire chest, nose faces left, keeping your arms in that T. Come back through center, twist right. Come back through center. Taking this slow, getting a nice twist through the abs. This is really where you feel like a washcloth with your abs, right? You're wringing out a washcloth. Your washcloth is your abs. Think exhale to twist, inhale to come through center. You choose your pace here. No matter what pace you go, reach along with those fingertips. And in 3, 2, 1, your arms can come back down by your sides for a brief moment. Extend or just widen your legs, keeping them nice and long. Now they're just a little bit wider than hip width apart. Toes still facing towards the ceiling, still sitting tall, shoulders stacked over hips. Now we're gonna extend our arms to our T-shaped saw or seated windmill. You're gonna take your right hand, reach it towards the outside of your left foot, and then you're gonna hinge forward, nice reach, come back through center, sitting tall, switch sides. Left hand reaches towards the outside of the right foot, hinge forward, reset, repeat. So you're getting a little bit of a twist, but you're also getting a stretch now through the backs of the legs with the feet wider than the hips, a little bit through the hips, outer thighs as well, inner thighs. So think seated windmill, opposite hand towards opposite foot, trying to keep the shoulders wide the entire time. So shoulder blades pulled together, collarbone wide, trying to maintain that T shape as much as you can with those arms. Beautiful. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. I'm gonna get a quick drink of water. We're gonna go into all fours tabletop position for our next set. I just need to bring a drink before we get there. Please don't hate me for what's about to come next. Okay, so we're gonna be on our hands and our knees. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Back is flat, head is in line with your spine. We're gonna start with a bird dog here. Get nice and warmed up. So right arm forward, left leg back, and then reset, switch sides. Left arm forward, right leg back. Reset, switch sides. So as we do our bird dog here, I want you to keep the top of your foot relaxed to the ground when it's the stabilizing leg. Your arm reaches forward, nice and long ahead of the shoulder. Your leg reaches long and back behind the hip, trying to stay at hip shoulder height. Palms face in as they reach out. Keeping your head in line with your spine is going to keep reminding you the neck is an extension of the spine. Protect the back. Keep the low back in line. Sometimes our low back wants to cave as we extend those legs. Keep the belly button pulled into the spine. Nice and knitted up through the rib cage. All right, next up, this is where we get fiery through the thighs. So come back to your tabletop position. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Your back is so flat you could balance a bowl of ice cream on it and it would not spill off. I want you to curl your toes under, give you something to grab with your feet, okay? So you're gonna lift your knees to hover off the ground. So it almost appears as if you've done nothing at all. Your knees and your shins hover just an inch or so off the ground. This is hard, okay? Now, we're gonna take this position, this is called floating tabletop or bear hold, and we're gonna take it into a downward dog. So now I want you to stretch your legs, send your hips to the ceiling, push your heels towards the ground, and then I want you to come back to your floating tabletop. Knees bend, right underneath the hips, shins floating off the ground. And repeat. Downward dog, pike position, hips up, bend the knees, come right back underneath the hips to your flat back, and repeat. Flowing through this at your pace. So you're getting that really deep thigh engagement as you bring those knees down to hover, and then you get a little bit of a relief or stretch when you send those hips up. Your pace, your workout. Nice job. And in 3, 2, 1, let those knees hover. Stay in that floating tabletop. I want you to twist the knees just an inch or two to the right. Bring them back center, twist them just an inch or two to the left, bring them back center. Burning inner and outer thighs here with this extra movement. If you need to come out of it, just reset, come back when you can. Knees twist right, reset, knees twist left, reset. This is like a plank, whole other challenge to it. 3, 2, 1, send those knees to the ground. Nice job, everybody. Wow, you did it. Okay. I did it. Okay, let's go ahead and lay on your bellies, front side of the body, to work on strengthening the back side of the body, posterior chain a little bit deeper now. I want you to take your hands underneath your shoulders. We're gonna take it to swan. So Keep your legs zipped behind you, toes pointed. The bottoms of your feet face the ceiling. Your hands are underneath your shoulders, palms down, fingertips forward. Press your hip bones down into the ground while simultaneously trying to pull your belly button up towards your spine. Hips stay down, and you're gonna slowly lift the chest off the ground without pressing into your hands. Once you've reached your highest point, press into your hands, lift a little bit higher, and hold, and then slowly release back down to the ground. We repeat, lift the chest without putting pressure in the hands, then put the pressure in the hands to get a little bit higher, release the hands, try to hold that high position, and then come back down to the ground. Okay, one more time. Lift the chest without pressure, press into the palms, lift the chest a little bit higher, release the hands, hold, and come on back down to the ground. Nice job. Now take your hands by your hips and chest is rested here. So keep squeezing those legs together. Mine always come undone because I forget about my lower body if it's not involved. Okay, squeeze those legs together, hands by your hips. And from here, we're gonna lift the upper and lower body off the ground to hover. So again, press those hip bones down into the ground, belly button pulls towards spine, upper and lower body lift off the ground, and then release. Repeat, lift and release. Nice job, lift and release. Now, next time we lift, we're gonna hold it up for a little bit longer. Go ahead and lift. I want your arms to sweep out to the sides and up overhead, and then sweep back down to your hips. Now we release. Lift, arms sweep out and up, sweep back by the hips, lower. Again, arms lift, sweep out and up, sweep back, lower. Nice job. Okay, now we're gonna reset. Keep the chest low for now, and hands are gonna reach forward. We're gonna take it to swimming. So arms extended long in front of the shoulders, palms down, fingertips forward. Feet can come hip width apart, toes forward. Now press those hips bones down, pull the belly button up towards the spine. Upper and lower body are gonna lift and hold that lift. Breathe here. Now we're gonna add our movement with our legs and our arms. The right arm lifts higher than the left. The left leg lifts higher than the right. Switch, switch, and switch. Alternating one leg and the opposite arm and opposite leg, lifting a little bit higher, and then they lower, switch, 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 switch. This is swimming. Hip bones stay down, belly stays down, arms and legs lifted. Kind of keep your legs as straight as you can, toes pointed. Breathe. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job, wow. Good job, everybody. We are gonna give ourselves a little treat of our windshield wipers. So go ahead and you're gonna rest your head. So I like to stack one hand on top of the other, elbows bent, pointed out wide, arms rested, and that's just a space for me to rest my forehead so that my nose doesn't have to bang into the ground, okay? So upper body rested, legs long behind you, bend your knees. So bring your heels towards your bottom. Let your feet fall right, come through center, let your feet fall left, come through center. You've got it. Breathing as you go through. Just letting that hip joint move through the hip. Letting the feet fall right and left at your own pace. Windshield wipering it out. Releasing any tension through the low back. If your shoulders are shrugging, release the shoulder tension. If you're clenching your jaw, release your jaw. Just let this movement be free-flowing. Release tension. And in 3, 2, 1, we release. We're gonna come into our glute work next. Look, yes, I'm gonna get a drink of water, and we are gonna do our side kick series today. So we're gonna lay on the left side of our body in a nice long line. So get a drink, I'll break it down. All right, so go ahead and lay on the left side of your body. So left hip is down, right hip is up towards the sky. And then take your left elbow underneath your left shoulder, palm down, fingertips forward. That's one option. Second option, left arm is your pillow, okay? You have another option, rest your head in the palm of your left hand, okay? From whatever position you choose, I want you to take your right hand. I want you to press it down into the ground in front of the torso. This is an extra point of contact for balance and stability. From here, You're gonna lift your right leg, lift both legs and bring them both feet and bring them an inch or two forward from where they were. So you're no longer in line with the hips, they're just slightly ahead. Now, flex both feet. Now lift your right leg up to hip height, and it's gonna stay at hip height the entire time. You're gonna kick your right heel forward, a big kick. Once you're at your biggest range, add a little kick there, and then point your toe, kick it backward. So big kick followed by a little I told you so kick. So foot flexed, big kick forward followed by a little kick, toe pointed, kick backward followed by a little kick. So go through this movement. Again, the leg stays straight the entire time and it stays at hip height the entire time. When you're doing this movement, think about the torso. Theme today, torso is like a cinder block. I want your torso to be so still, so stable. Press down into that right hand and really keep it as still as possible. Every time you kick that leg back, your back is going to want to arch. Make the movement smaller so the kick back doesn't have to be big. It's going to target the glutes if the back doesn't arch. But if the back does arch, it's going to go into the back. So being mindful of that. We're working on the center of our glutes here. Big stabilizer muscles help us through lots of daily activities. And 3, 2, 1, stack your right leg over the left to hover. If you need to take a brief moment to rest, you can. Right foot is flexed. We take it to our up downs. So right leg lifts towards the ceiling and lowers back down to the hip. Now your focus here is to keep your right hip stacked over the left. Your right hip might want to dip back a little bit. If you keep it stacked over the left, we're really going to help target those side glutes. If you dip it back, some of that work is coming out of those side glutes. So keep it nice and stacked, pressing down through that right palm again. Breathing here. And in 3, 2, 1, bring it back to hover. We're going to take it to circles. This is where it gets spicy. We're tired and we're adding a bigger movement here. So we're going to draw a circle with that right leg. So again, right leg stays straight the entire time. You're going to draw circles. I want you in your circular shape to brush your right ankle past your left ankle at the bottom and then continue your circle on its adventure. Your circle doesn't have to be bigger than 8 inches around. Keep your hips centered. It's going to want to dip back once again in this movement. Don't let it. And reverse directions. You'll feel this on the outer side of your glutes as well, in that hip area. You've got it. Breathe. You are strong. And in 3, 2, 1, keep that leg lifted or give it a rest. And then we're going to add a little spice to this as if we needed more, right? So you're going to bend your knee towards your chest. So right knee bends towards your chest, staying at hip height. Then you're going to kick your right leg straight while it's forward. Bend your knee and then extend it back out to hover over the left leg. So follow with me again. Right leg stays at hip height the entire time. Right knee bends towards your chest. Extend and kick that leg as the knee's coming in, and then bend that knee again, extend it out to hover over the left. So knee comes towards the chest, leg kicks, knee bends, extends to hover. You got it. Spicy. Last week was spicy. I think this week is a little spicier. And 3, 2, 1, rest the right leg. Nice job, everybody. We're going to flop on over, switch sides. If you need to get a drink of water, please do so. And we reset. Right hip down, left hip up. Legs in a nice straight line. And use your right arm to support you in whatever way possible. Elbow underneath shoulder. Arm as a pillow. Rest your hand in the palm of your right hand. Whatever's going to feel good for you. Left hand, palm pushes down in front of the chest. So pushes down into the ground, right in front of your torso. Lift those legs and bring those feet just an inch or two ahead of the line of the hip. This is going to help, again, keep that hip stacked as well. Flex both feet. Lift your left leg up to hip height. And we're going to start with our forward and backward kicks. So foot is flexed. We kick forward, a big kick, followed by a little kick. And then point your toe. Kick backward, a big kick, followed by a little kick. Flexed foot kicks forward, pointed toe kicks backward. Leg stays straight the entire time. Leg stays at hip height the entire time, okay? So it stays hovering, trying to reach as far forward as you can go, and then add that little extra kick for spice, reset, repeat. Again, trying to keep that torso still. When we kick back, our low back is gonna wanna cave, don't let it. If we keep that core pulled in, keep it strong, maybe the kick comes a little bit smaller, it'll really help target those glutes that we're trying to target, the center of the glutes. So where the thigh meets the glutes. That's where you'll feel this. And in 3, 2, 1, stack your feet. Once again, we're gonna take it to our up downs. So if you need to rest your foot for a moment, please do. Otherwise, it's hovering. Both feet flexed here. Left leg lifts towards the ceiling, lowers back down to hip height. Left leg lifts, lowers. Up downs with our side glute series. You got it. Breathe as you go. Your leg lift does not have to be more than a few inches here. Again, 8 inches is probably max. Side glutes happening here. Feel the pinch outside your hip. Again, pressing into that left palm, give you extra stability. Trying not to collapse in your shoulders. You've got it. Keep that left hip stacked over the right. I just caught mine trying to creep back. And now we're gonna take it to our circle. So take a brief rest if you need. Keep your feet flexed. Right leg reaches forward, up, around. Brush your ankles together as you come through center. That's just a tactile reminder for all of us so that we keep our circles centered. You got it. Breathe. And reverse directions. Keep that hip stacked over the right. Breathe. You're so close. 3, 2, 1. Keep that foot hovering. Keep your foot flexed. This is where we add that extra spice. Stay along with me. Leg stays at hip height. Left knee comes in towards the chest. Extend the left leg to kick forward in front of the hip. Bend that knee and then extend it back out to hover over the right leg. So knee comes forward towards the chest. As it's held in its forward position, you extend the leg to kick forward, then you bend, and then hover that leg right back over the right. Knee comes in, extends, bends, and back to center. The extra spice through the glute series that nobody asked for, but we're all gonna love tomorrow. You've got it. 3, 2, 1, rest. Get a drink of water if you need. You'll never, you're gonna be surprised. You're gonna wish we were doing that still. We're gonna finish with a plank series here, and then we'll stretch. Love you all. Okay, we're gonna start with a standard plank. You can choose to be on your forearms or your hands. So from your standard plank, hands, if you're on your hands, they go a little bit wider than the shoulders, palms down, fingertips forward. You're on your toes, straight line from head to heels. Get into your plank if you haven't already. And breathe here. If you'd like to be on your forearms, the elbows are underneath the shoulders. The forearms reach forward, palms down, fingertips forward. No matter if you're on your arms or your forearms or your hands, you are in a straight line from head to heels. Breathe. Keep your belly button pulled into your spine. Keep your hips level. Don't let them sink down. Don't let them pike up. Keep it nice and light. And in 3, 2, 1, drop back down. We're going to take it to a left side plank. So lay on your left side. I want your left elbow underneath your shoulder. Forearm extends forward, palm down, fingertips forward, and lift those hips off the ground. Legs are stacked one on top of the other. The higher the hips go, the more the obliques are engaged. You have options with your right arm. It can reach to the ceiling. It can be behind your head, elbow wide. It can be on your hip. If you need more support, you can bend that right leg and plant the right foot flat in front of the left knee. And in 3, 2, 1, send those hips down. We switch sides. We're going to take it to a right side plank. So right elbow underneath the right shoulder, forearm forward, palm down, fingertips forward, and lift those hips. Your left hand can be to the ceiling, it can be behind the head, it can be on the hip. Your left leg can bend and you can offer more support by planting your left foot flat in front of the right knee. The higher your hips go, the more the obliques burn through this exercise. And breathe. In 3, 2, 1. Rest those hips back down to the ground. Amazing, everybody. Thanks for sticking through. We're just going to end with a couple sit-ups or roll-ups, and then we'll stretch. So go ahead and lay on your back, feet flat to the floor, knees to the ceiling. And you choose sit-ups or roll-ups, whatever is going to feel best for you. Hands reach towards the ceiling, fingertips up. You're going to roll all the way up, shoulders stack over your hips, so that your arms reach forward at the top, and then slowly roll all the way back down. The slower you go, the less momentum you are carrying with you, the more goes into your abs. Our abs are tired at this point. They've done a lot for us. Keep those feet grounded. Take the momentum out of it. If you need to take it to a crunch, modify in whatever way, please do. 3, 2, 1. Nice job, everybody. Get a drink. We're going to stretch it out. All right. Beautifully done, everybody. Woo. Go ahead and get a drink. Shake it out. And we're going to cool down. Feel free to follow along with me or do what feels best in your body. I don't know what came over me today, but it was fun. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into our tabletop position. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, head in line with your spine in a giant inhale. On your exhale, you're going to take it to cat. You're going to press your spine to the sky, tuck your chin to your chest, push through your palms. And then when you're ready, you're going to inhale, press your belly low to cow. Open your collarbone wide, draw your shoulder blades together, point your nose forward. Go through this with your breath cycle. So as you exhale, you cat, spine up, chin tucked. And then as you inhale, you cow, belly low, nose forward. Maybe you add wiggles, where wiggles feel good. So maybe you shake your hips side to side. Maybe you shift your weight forward and back. Find what's going to feel good in your little cat-cow flow here. We're decompressing the spine. We're releasing the front ab wall. And when you're ready, you can come back to your flat back. We're going to curl our toes under and take it to our pike position. So send your hips to the sky. Toes, pads of the feet stay on the ground, hands stay on the ground. And you pull your chest towards your knees. Feeling a nice deep stretch through the backs of the legs and the spine. The further you push those heels down, the more you'll feel it. The more you pull your chest towards your knees, the more you'll feel it. So take your options. And when you're ready, softly bring those knees back down to the ground. We're going to roll onto our backs. From your back, hug your right knee into your chest, extend your left leg long. Your left leg can also plant flat on the floor if that feels best for you. And here, we're just starting to open up, stretch through the glutes on the right side a little bit. If your left foot is flat, that's more support through the low back. If it's long, it's more of a stretch through the front of the left hip. So both have benefits. On your next exhale, maybe you just open that right knee an inch or two to the right to bring that stretch to the inner thigh, outer hip. When you're ready, take your left hand to the outside of the right knee, guide the right knee up and over towards the left side of the body. Right arm goes long to a T, nose points right. And you breathe. This is a chest opener, trying to keep that right shoulder blade glued to the ground, opening through the shoulder. This is a glute stretch on the right side as that right knee reaches up and over, and it's also a spine twist, getting that twist of the hips going left, the nose going right. And in 3, 2, 1, you can come out of that, hug your knees to your chest, and we're going to switch sides. So hug your left knee into your chest. Your right leg can either go long or foot flat based off of what benefits you'd like to get. And you just breathe here. Let the back side of the left leg open up a little bit. Low back open up a little bit. And when you're ready, maybe on your next exhale, you let the left knee guide to the left just an inch or two to open the stretch through the inner left thigh, outer left hip. and come back through center, and we're gonna do our twist. So right hand grabs the outside of the left knee, guide the left knee up and over towards the right side of the body, only as far as feels good to you. Left arm opens long to a T outside the left shoulder, nose points left. So we have a glute stretch through the left glutes, chest and shoulder opener through the left shoulder and chest, trying to keep that left shoulder blade glued to the ground, and a nice spine twist. And when you're ready, come through center, hug both knees to your chest. Give yourself a little rock side to side. And we'll come to a seated position. So when you're ready, rock and roll up to a seated position, legs extend long in front of you. And then start sitting tall, shoulders stacked over your hips, arms long by your sides. Inhale as you reach your arms out to the sides and up over your head. And exhale as you hinge forward, reach your hands towards your toes, forward fold. Your hands might land among your shins, your ankles. Maybe they do reach your toes. Wherever you're at, meet yourself there, folding yourself in half. With your nice long reach, think about extending or expanding through the upper back. So let the shoulder blades separate from each other as you reach forward. That's going to allow the stretch to come up through the mid to upper back. Feel the stretch through the entire back side of the body here. Let the head hang heavy. With every exhale, you try to get a little bit deeper into the stretch, and with every inhale, you try to just make space for that next exhale. And you can release that. We'll come into our butterfly. So touch the bottoms of your feet together. Knees bend out to either side. Heels come towards the hips, hinging forward from the waist. Let your arms rest softly on your inner thighs for an extra stretch. The further your knees bend out, the more of a stretch you're going to feel through those inner thighs, opening through the hips. Maybe you hinge forward from the waist, feeling that stretch extend through the low back. Reach the crown of the head forward and up, trying to increase that stretch again through the hips. And when you're ready, you can release that. Extend the legs long and wide. So we're going to take it to a wide-legged forward fold. So with the legs wider than the hips, you choose how wide is wide. You're going to walk your hands forward and reach those fingertips forward, palms pressed into the ground, folding yourself in half. You're getting a nice stretch through the backs of the legs, but now with your feet wide, you're building off of that opening of the hips we just did and letting that stretch come through the outsides of the legs and the insides of the legs as well. Maybe you feel that stretch through the spine. Really let the stretch travel through the low to upper back, reaching the crown of the head forward. And when you're ready, you can walk your feet back toward, or not your feet, your hands back towards you. And we're going to come into our child's pose rest position here. So hands are going to go underneath your shoulders, knees are going to go underneath your hips. From here, I want you to take your knees a little bit wider than the hips and then bring your big toes together to touch behind you. Sink your bottom back towards your heels and walk your hands forward, bringing your chest and forehead towards the ground. And then I want you to think about pulling the tailbone back towards the heels as you energetically pull the fingertips forward, pressing down through the palms. The pressing down of the palms is going to activate a stretch through the arms, the triceps, and the shoulders, drawing that chest towards the ground. The knees wider than the hips opens up the inner thighs and the hips. Keep that spine nice and long. Maybe you feel a nice shake through the upper body here as you stretch. Breathe. Now I want you to walk your hands 2 paces to the right and then take your left hand and stack it over your right hand. So there's a nice side body bend through those obliques. Breathing. And then walk your hands through center and then walk them 2 paces to the left. Stack your right hand over the left hand. Get a nice side bend through the right side of the body. Breathing here again, getting deeper into your release with every exhale. And then walk your hands back through center, and we'll finish here, lining through the spine, breathing, reaching through the fingertips. When you're ready, slowly walk those hands back towards you, sit tall, take another deep breath for yourself. And I'm going to stop our recording here.